Good evening, everyone. Just want to go over the second part of the assignment that I gave you guys. And that's area lesson 2.4.5 um, with this one. So early in the semester, and it's a lot of information to throw at you guys. Uh, a lot of this is just practice. You got to practice, 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 and work at it until you get it down. However, you are using uh, some information you've already learned. So when you were young, when you started learning mathematics in the order of operation, and also you may know some of this through either some other method you've taken, as far as like maybe geometry, where you had to get angles and squares and all that. So if you notice, we're progressing from simple math like integer a is 5, and then so if I was to write that, just so you guys can get an idea what I'm talking about. And A is 5, and then go int B is 6. All right, just giving you an example. And then this is a simple math because we're getting more advanced. We're moving forward, okay? And we want to know the sum, so we'll go sum, all right, is A plus, then where's the B, and then there, and then that's it. And then you can write a system out print line. All right. And inside the print line, we don't need to write anything. Just put the sum. We're not asking for user information. We're telling them, hey, this is what it is. This plus this is this, and sum. And this should run. It might give us errors because it's not part of their program, but I just want to see if it'll work with an example. It should be 11. Yeah. Thinking in mind. Okay, dead. All right. So that's simple arithmetic because you're just going A plus B is 11. All right. Multiplication, same thing. Divide. So if we add the multiplication sign, it would be times. Division would give us a division. Now, I think I don't know if I've talked about some division problems because there is some issues when you start getting into division. As soon as we get to those, I'll definitely go over that because there are some there's an explanation I need to go over, and I believe I talked about it. I'm not sure. Anyways, so this is our simple arithmetic. However, the question is they want to know the area of a rectangle. So with this information that I put here, how would you get that information? So if I'm saying that I want to know the area of this triangle, all right? You can do anything. You can do the circumference or the different sides of a square or whatever. I'm kind of tired, but anyways, now you can start applying your math in here. So remember at the beginning of the school when I talked about how programming is a way to solve problems, all right? So we're using this computer, this program, to help us solve problems. Although they're basic, they're going to help you as we go further with really big problems. But right now, the simple ones, the area of a rectangle. And if we go to the assignment and say it gives us the information, it first wants you to ask a user, what is the width of a rectangle? So if I was to, I'll start the first one and you guys can do the rest, okay? I want to do this through. So we can keep this like this, right? We can start like that. We can say, okay, so the first thing I need to do is I'm going to ask for user information, and we've covered that in here. We have read line, and we had read double, right? Because they want us to do the double, right? I thought, yep, these numbers should be doubles. So let's go double. So read double, right? Because it's a decimal, we don't know what they're going to put in. So if they're decimals, and they do 10.0, 3.0, read double, and then we're going to do parentheses, and then we're going to put that what I copied in here. Okay, why did I do that? Oh, I know why. Thought I copied that information. So let's copy that again. Copy. And I'm going to put that here, and I'll fix it up in a minute. So you got that. Put a parenthesis, an open one, quote, and just put a space. I'm not sure what they want, but we'll figure it out as we go. Sometimes, like I said, you got to kind of work with this program and kind of guess to see exactly what they want on their answers. Okay, so we got part of it done. Redouble. This is a question being asked at the display. The user is going to enter a number. And then here it says, okay, this number is going to be a double, so it's going to read for a double string. Okay, and I say string because right now it's coming in as a string. This redouble is going to do, think of typecasting and how numbers are, everything's converted. This is going to put that and hold it in here as a string. Then it's going to, that string is going to come in here, and it's going to say, okay, what do you want to do with it? Well, we're going to go with width, right? Because that's the question they're asking. So all that information is going to be sorted this variable. Okay, width, a number. So it went from string to a number. Why is it a number? Because now we're going to tell it that it's not no longer string. It's a double. If you're thinking, why did we typecast? Because right now you're asking questions. Okay, further as we go deeper, you'll learn more of how to convert characters as we get deeper into it. But for right now, that's what's happening. So you got that, and then you do the next one. Then you do the next one. But before you have the answer, remember, you're gonna need something in the middle, kind of like this, and then your answer. So kind of use this as a kind of like a guide to kind of help you answer the questions. If you're stuck and need help, get a hold of me and I'll help you out. Okay. I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to work a little bit. Sometimes it's more fulfilling when you actually get that aha moment where, oh, okay, I get it. It just takes a little bit of work. All right. Add fractions. I already created that video. It's up on YouTube and it's up on Google Classroom. You guys look for that. Okay, and so now let's go to 5, casting to an int. I've already done that one. You guys get on YouTube or Google Classroom. It's in there. It'll help you out. Casting to a double, same thing. You guys can go in there. So new people, if you're having problems with it, go check it out. The ones that have been in the class and they're still not, getting it, go to those videos. I already got them up there. All right. And let me see what else. Is there one more? Movie ratings. Movie ratings. That one's going to be a little bit of work. You guys can do it. Okay. I think I have the answer there already, so I don't want to click on it yet. But let me pause the video and I'll make sure that I don't have the answer. Okay, so movie ratings. For this example, we're working with, remember, we're working with casting, typecasting, and they want us to go ahead and movies always come with ratings. Okay, a bad movie may get 1.4, and a great movie is going to get 4.9. All right, think of IBDM or whatever, where they rate their movies, or Amazon Video, or Netflix, or even YouTube, where they ask you to rate. I think they ask you to rate on YouTube. I'm not sure. But anyways, no, they do thumbs up or whatever. Anyways, so you're going to give it a rating from 1 to 4.5 or 1 to 5.9. So your job is to write a program that gets a movie rating from the user. So right there, it's already telling us that we're going to ask for information. So right here it is. Please enter a movie rating. And there, I will stick to what they want. Okay, because sometimes, like I said, this program gets a little funny. So double, and then rounds to the nearest int, so the nearest integer. So we have decimals, and then remember we go left to the nearest int. So it's going to be in the 10th place, I believe. So now we go using the round casting technique. So for example, a run of your program may look like this. Please enter a number, that's 3.4, round to the nearest int. It's going to be a 3 because that's in the 10th. So, and it's a 3 because 4 is less than 5, so it's going to be a 3. So basic math on this one, guys. Okay, so that one, because it was bigger than a 5, it was a 4. So let's do that. So how would we do that? The first thing, I'm not going to give you the answer, I'll just start out. We're typecasting, remember? So we're going to have a double that's going to be put into an integer. And how do we do that? We typecast, and typecast by example is double, blah, is you go in. So in. Movie. Because let's pretend that's what we got. Movie rating. Movie rating. There you go. So let's pretend that double has already been. I'm gonna confuse you guys. It's gonna be in it, and up here would have been the double. Actually, I'm starting it off for you guys so you guys can finish the rest. So we're going double movie rating. That's movie rating. But it's a double, right? So that movie rating, that's a double. Let me see how they have it over here. I'm gonna skip that up, but that's okay. This is I'm declaring the variable my movie rating. That's gonna be a double, so it's gonna hold a percent number. So 2 point something, not percent. I'm sorry, but a decimal. So it's gonna hold that decimal. Now that numbers being on the next line has it here, so let's pretend it's 3.3. All right, or 3.4 like they have it. But now it's going to be typecast into an int. So that big number now is going to be rounded to the nearest int. Okay. That's going to be now this new one. I'm going to call it blah. That's type int. And that type int now you can actually move forward and get that down. So let's see. We'll get that. Now in here, there's one more thing that's missing because we got to round it. And to do that, you're going to need to think about how do you get that rounding to occur. Okay. And on this one, you're going to also start working with concatenating, because even as I'm starting this off for you, it's still not the full answer because there's more information missing. And you got to think, how would you go about rounding a number, right? And, remember the 5. If it's bigger than a 5, it goes up. If it's less than a 5, it goes down. Just think of that, okay? And that's going to help you answer this question because you definitely need to add that additional information. If not, this is not going to work. This is a starting point, okay? But you need to round it to the nearest int, okay? Think of order of operations. Go back and look at some of the math. Think about how would you do that if you're doing that calculation. Apply the same concept here. Again, if I'm confusing you, please let me know. I'll do my best to clarify. I'm trying to give you information so that help you answer these questions. This is basic Java. Right now, I'm not really worried about the rounding. What I really care more about is knowing that you can get information and typecast it to something else. Okay, you can go down. So you could go from an int to a byte. You can go from a long to I believe a double. No, a double to a long, an int to a short. So, anyways, there's a page I think I gave you guys. If not, I'll send it to you again, where it gives you all the data types and how you can, which ones go with what, and if you're going to be doing typecasting, there's going to be instances that you're going to need that information. You're going to need to be able to typecast because there's sometimes you don't want to give a full, you don't want to give out decimal numbers for whatever reason. You want it to convert over to a specific integer or a float, whatever it is. So this is kind of the beginning stages of learning how to convert or typecast information, one data type to another. In my typecasting video that I did that's separate, I kind of go deeper into it. I show you some more examples through NetBeans. I believe that I'm going to start doing that a little more only because I think you guys may get a little bit more out of it. If you're not, just send me an email and let me know if it's confusing you even more. But I think right now we're still in the basics, so you're going to be okay. If you have any questions, just reach out to me, okay? You guys have a good night. Goodbye.